God bless. Today I'm bringing you a video on I was going to do a trailer analysis on .hack.gu Last Recode, but unfortunately most of that trailer is pretty much just scenes from the original .hack.gu, which we saw, and the only new thing in it is pretty much at the end of the trailer. So I'm going to discuss that little the Haseo form, which is right here from the end of the video. We're going to discuss this form today and how I think it can fit into the story, where I think it can fit in the story, and just what I thought of. I'll give my full thoughts and discussion about Haseo's new form and what I think it could be called, what I think it is, everything about this new form that we have no idea about. First, I want to say the graphics on this thing look beautiful. I mean, at first I thought this was an anime cutscene because I'm like, Hack's never had anime cutscenes. There's never been one anime cutscene in Hack. At least when you're playing the game. At least when you're actually playing through the game part of it, there's never been a single anime cutscene. Now I looked at it and it wasn't necessarily anime cutscene, it was more of a cel-shaded CGI. Which I'm like, even still, there hasn't really been too much of that. But then I was like, then I looked at the graphics of the regular in-game stuff and they actually upped it. They just didn't up-res everything like you do on the PS2, PSX emulator, where you just up-res it and it still keeps the original PS2 quality. No, they redid all the models and textures to make it look HD and cel-shaded them. They pretty much gave it that .hack.gu trilogy look. And I have to say the graphics on this look a lot of reminiscent of .hack.gu trilogy. That movie that came out, I believe, a couple years ago, looks very reminiscent of that. So I just want to get that out the way. I'm glad they're doing that with the graphics. They're overhauling the graphics to make it look a lot like the .hack.gu trilogy. Now I had said before in a video that we could possibly be getting a new form for Haseo. And I was hoping we would get the Beast form in the game. I was really hoping we would get the Beast form in the game and possibly somehow get that from .hack.gu trilogy. Now look at this. This looks like it's somehow connected to his Beast form because he has that red glow aura from when he was in Beast form. So could this mean that instead of Beast form he gets could that mean that somehow somewhere in a game we'll have to go through the Beast form transformation and then get this form? Or what could it mean? Because Haseo already had the X form in the game. And I'm looking at where this could fit at, where this cutscene is at. I have no idea where this cutscene could fit in the game. I'm trying to think about a few scenarios where it could fit in the game. I'm guessing one of the scenarios it could fit in is in the is right after the Kubia battle. A new threat could pop up and Haseo could have to achieve this new form in that extra epilogue. And when he achieves this new form, he pretty much ditches. It pretty much uses this form to take down an enemy and then ditches the world. Because we all know after events of .hack.gu, Haseo went MIA. He went missing in action. He didn't appear in any future .hack content, and he never heard from his player character ever again. So yeah, could this tie into a new .hack series, a new .hack game? Could this be an extra epilogue at the end of Redemption? Because I doubt this form is going to be in Rebirth. I doubt this form is going to be in Rebirth. I doubt it's going to be a Reminiscence. I'm almost guessing it's going to be in Redemption. And in Redemption, we'll get this new form, along with possibly hints of a new hack game out of it. That would totally make me excited. Not only that, if this sells well, like I said before, we could possibly get not just dot hack, not just original 4 dot hack games. We could also get this over in the West. This movie with the game dot hack versus. We could get that movie over in the West along with dot hack versus, and that will get me totally excited if we were to get dot hack versus and all that over in the West. So yeah, this new form got me totally excited. I mean, I'm trying to think of scenarios where it could fit at. The only thing I could think of is that a new threat pops up after he defeats Kubia. His X form is not strong enough to defeat this new threat. So I'll say I'll have to go beyond the X form. And maybe he goes into the Beast form, but then he realizes the Beast form isn't strong enough. So he goes beyond that into this form. I'm trying to think. Honestly, the perfect name for this form could be called Haseo Perfect Form. Haseo Perfect Form. This could be Haseo's perfect form. I know we have the X form, but this could be perfect form. I think that's what it would be called, is perfect form. Haseo Perfect Form. Because this could be its perfected form that not only gives him all the power of his X form, but gives him power of all the forms he had previously, along with a lot of new powers. So yeah, and it looks a lot like God Eater. It looks a lot like something from God Eater. It looks a lot like something from God Eater. And then they also talked about how there will be DLC for this game. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm hoping it's not paid DLC. I don't think it will be actual paid DLC. I think it will be a lot of free DLC. But the fact that there's going to be DLC for this dot hack Last Recode got me totally excited, because it's like we've never had DLC in a dot hack game. Never had DLC. The fact that the first time we're getting DLC in a dot hack game got me totally excited, because that means they can expand upon the story and all that, and for when a future game comes out, we could possibly get be able to import our data to the future game. I know there's been lots of talks about about people asking about the last 4 games coming over to the PS4. I want them to. I want Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine to come over to the PS4. But one thing I want them to do is give it the overhaul treatment like they're giving GU. I mean, one thing about Infection one thing about the quadrilogy for the PS2 is that it's more outdated than GU. GU is still kind of up to date. The gameplay is still kind of smooth, and it's still kind of up to date. The original 4 games, they're so outdated. They're so outdated that they would need a complete overhaul. A complete overhaul, not just in the graphic department, but in the gameplay department too, because a lot of that is very menu heavy. A lot of the original 4 dot hack games is very menu heavy, where you have to go through a menu to do real damage, and you go through a menu to command your party and stuff like that. So hopefully they give, if they were to remaster original 4 games, excuse me, if they were to remaster original 4 games, they give them the overhaul treatment, where they add not just new gameplay, but they add new elements to the story, and they add they had elements to fix the gameplay. They fixed up the gameplay a lot and had some shortcuts to it to make the gameplay a lot more streamlined. They make the gameplay a lot faster, like they're doing GU. I mean, GU, after playing it on stream for a while, I realized there are a few parts where it dips in frames and it does slow down a bit, and the battle speed slows down a bit. But I believe truly, once they fix the gameplay and make it faster in GU, they can do the same for the original 4 games, make combat go a lot faster, and make it play a lot better. So yeah, this got me totally excited, and yeah, I don't really know what to think about this new form for Haseo. I mean, it has a red aura about it, which makes you think it's connected to the beast form, which makes you think the beast form may be in the game somewhere. But at the same time, he's not using his two twin pistols. He's using one of his broadswords, and the broadsword doesn't even look like your typical broadsword. Like, the broadswords are very broad and big, and and all that. And it doesn't look like a Blade Master sword, because you get the Blade Master swords, yes, they kind of look like that, but none of them have chainsaws. None of them have chainsaws. They're more like sabers. The Blade Master swords are more like sabers. So this is like a fusion between Blade Master and broadsword, and from Dahak GU, and it's a fusion of the two, with the chainsaw, the broadsword, and the thinness of a Blade Master. But yeah, it just looks totally freaking sweet. Totally freaking sweet. I think this is gonna be a cutscene when he's doing it. But I think you will be able to use this form throughout the game, and it may even hint towards a new Dahak game in the future. So yeah, I'm totally excited for this. I mean, we're getting this in the West this year, possibly this fall. A lot of people were gonna ask me, am I gonna do a full playthrough of this for my YouTube channel? Probably not. Mostly because every time I do a full playthrough, nobody watches it. As much as I would love people to do a full playthrough of this on my YouTube channel, I don't think it will get enough views. Even though I've grown a lot, and a lot of you guys now here are Dahak fans, I'm still not confident enough to do a full playthrough on my YouTube channel. So most likely, I'll be probably doing a full playthrough of this on Twitch and uploading the highlights of it to my YouTube channel. So yeah. But if the demand is there by the time this game comes out, and enough people tell me they will watch it, then I may do a full playthrough. I may upload the full playthrough from Twitch to my YouTube channel, but I'm gonna first play through it fully on Twitch. Then eventually I may upload the full playthrough to YouTube. But it's gonna be a full playthrough on Twitch. So if you want to see me fully play through this game live on stream when it comes out, please go follow me on Twitch. Link in the description box below. And yeah, I'm even currently playing through the original PS2 version of Dahak GU on Twitch, and hype for this game. So yes, I'm gonna be going down a long journey of Dahak leading up to this. I'm gonna also play the original 4 games on stream. I'm also gonna play through the original 4 games on stream, but those come later after GU. I'm just playing through GU first because I like GU a lot better. So yeah, this has been UncleShal saying God bless, take care. I'm glad you guys have been sticking with me for these videos. Also, before I forget, like I usually say, Please support me on Patreon if you can, because it helps me out. Helps me out to be able to still make content for you guys. Like I said, right now I don't have a job. Please continue to share these videos, whether they be on .hack or whatever. Please continue to share them and watch them, because it helps me out a bunch. It helps me helps my monetized videos get the ad revenue they need to keep me afloat. And then also on top of that, please support me. Please, if you can, you can donate to me on PayPal. I actually don't know how to get the PayPal in the card, so PayPal won't be in the card, but my PayPal won't be in the card. But at the end of the video, my Patreon will be there in the outro. Also, but my PayPal will be in the description box below, where you can donate to me. So yeah, if you guys can help support me any way you can until I find a new job, so I can continue to do this, that'll be great. So yeah, until the next time, people, God bless, take care, and I hope to catch you guys later. Peace out.
「遠くを見たその瞳